Hi, everyone. My name is Keith Schneider. I'm the principal of Cambridge High School, and this is my address to the class of 2020. To the class of 2020, learning takes many forms. Much of your formal learning is provided by the school district, but you've learned so much through experiences that are taught by your family, your friends. I wanted to share a few things that I learned from my grandfather that I believe will serve you well. But before I get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about your year. What a memorable year it has been. When I started the plan for the 1920 school year, way back in the winter of 2018, I had no idea that the 1920 school year would abruptly come to a standstill and then have our school year move to distance learning in the final 2+ months. No students or staff in our hallways or classrooms, no band, no choir concerts, no spring sports to really get out and enjoy the wonderful spring weather. Just distance learning. When looking back at your senior year, I thought about the big events that did take place. Let's take a look at some of the big headlines that took place during your senior year before COVID-19. Here is a short list. North Korea and the United States stall on their talks about nuclear weapons. The United Kingdom withdrew from the EU. US and China were in a trade war. Migration of Central Americans grew at the border. The Amazon rainforest burned 80,000 plus acres, I believe. The US House impeached President Trump. The Notre Dame Cathedral caught on fire. The Bryants were killed along with 7 others in that terrible helicopter crash. And Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced they're stepping away from the throne. In a normal school year, those are big headlines and memorable ones. Now let's look at really what dominated the headlines in your senior year. COVID-19. 1.8 million cases in the US and over 104,000 deaths in the US as of June 1st. Ages 18 to 44 now make up the most cases, followed by 45 to 64-year-olds. Globally, over 6 million cases and over 371,000 deaths. In America, over 40 million Americans filed for unemployment. The Dow Jones dropped nearly 35%. Schools were shut down through June 30th in Wisconsin and all over the country. No school events, no school sports, no professional sports. If you look over my shoulder, I'm a Brewer fan, and so certainly no opening day or going to Miller Park and enjoying the day and grilling a brat and watching a baseball game. Non-essential stores were closed for months, and there were arguments about whether certain things should be essential and not. Gas prices hit 99 cents a gallon. Unfortunately, those are some of the headlines that we'll remember in this school year. Graduating seniors from high school and colleges across the country did not get the normal farewell that they have been accustomed to. Staff and students did not have the opportunity to take their final field trips or even take exams or have field day at the elementary school. And I know many of you know what the field day experience is like as an elementary student. Doctors and nurses were truly on the front lines and worked long hours to help those who were diagnosed with COVID-19. Many Americans had to deal with losing a job, navigating unemployment. Many more Americans continue with food insecurities. Just in our own district, our food service program serves about 300 plus students a day and has served over 20,000 meals through the pandemic. Why do I bring all that up? I do want to emphasize that even during a pandemic, there are things that we should be thankful for. Be thankful if you and your family have been healthy through this pandemic. Be thankful if you and your family have not experienced unemployment. Be thankful if you and your family are not experiencing food insecurities. Be thankful for the 3 quarters of a school year that we did have with family, friends, and teachers. Be thankful for the sports you were able to play this year and the memories that you had from years prior. And be thankful for the 99-cent gas, even though, like many, I didn't even get to enjoy it because I didn't go anywhere. Now back to my grandfather. My grandfather was born in 1899. During his lifetime, he experienced 2 world wars, the Great Depression, and many other challenging events on the farm and while he farmed. He stayed positive, he worked hard, and he always valued education. He, like many others before us, had much harder times than we did, but he stayed focused and was positive. I ask you, the class of 2020, to stay positive, continue to work hard, and value your education. I believe these to be keys for you to be successful, even in trying times. CHS thanks you. We wish you the best in your future. You will be remembered for so much more than the COVID-19 class, truly. Stay positive, continue to work hard, value your education. Stay safe.